Hey everyone, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be modding my K552 Kumara, which is a really popular cheap mechanical keyboard on Amazon at the moment. I'm taking you through step by step on how to mod it, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Here's the things that you're going to need for any build. First off, you're going to need a keycap puller. You have two options, the one that comes with your keyboard, generally crap, or the far superior wire version. Now this one comes with the added benefit that it also has this handy dandy feature on the back called a switch puller. More on this later. Next on our list is the way to open the switch itself. If you have MX style switches, you're going to want this box looking thing that'll help open your switches like a champ. If you have Kailh style switches like I do, this next tool will help you get under the two flaps easier because you need to pry open like two little flaps on the side. It's pretty painful to get with your nail, but if you're just doing one switch, nail is fine. If you're doing multiple, maybe use this thing. Next is the super handy tool to help handling the switch itself. It isn't required by any means, but it can come in handy when lubing more than one switch. Now for the lube itself. I used Krytox 205 grade 0 because it is a thicker lube and is good for linear switches. I recommend getting as little as possible because a little goes a long way. I picked mine up from 3D Keeps, and the link for where you can get all this stuff will be in the description. Now you need brushes to get the lube on the switches, so I bought these brushes on Amazon that work really well in my build. They've got different sizes as you can see, and they're pretty thin hairs so that way they absorb the lube really well and then get it onto the thing pretty cleanly and put a nice even coat on. These next couple things are specifics that will make more sense further down the line. You need switch films, which I picked up at keyboard.store. Again, link will be down below in the description. And you need tape. Now, you can use medical tape, but Scotch tape will work just fine too. Once you have your switches out, go ahead and take one and try to open it. With my switches, I'm going to try to get under one of these plastic flaps using this thin tool I have here and try to pry underneath it. Once you have your switch open, there's going to be four main components. The upper housing, the clear part, the actual thing that goes up and down. You're going to have the spring, and you're going to have the bottom housing. Go and take the bottom housing in one hand and take your brush in your other. Get some lube on the tip of your brush. Now, a little goes a long way. You want the tiniest little bit on the top of your brush. Once you have that, there's going to be two guide rail things on either side. What you're going to do is you're going to take about half of the lube on the top of your brush and deposit it on one side. Then you're going to take half on the other side and spread it evenly across the entire thing. Overlubing is the biggest mistake. You just want to have a very little bit. And what you're going to do is you're going to make sure to spread evenly throughout that entire thing on both sides. Next, you're going to take any residual lube you have on the back of your brush and you're going to spread it evenly along the leaf. This is the gold thing there. Next, you're going to take a pretty generous portion of lube on your brush, and you're going to rub it all along the inside and outside portion of one half of the spring. It is okay to see white on it. Make sure you don't have big globs though. Once this is done, you're going to take that portion of the spring you just lubed and put it inside the bottom housing around that pole there. Take the same size portion as you did before and repeat the process for the top of the spring. Next, you're going to take your switch film. Now, this is a small piece of plastic that goes in between the bottom and top housing to prevent rattle. What you're going to do with it is you're going to place it just on top of the first part, as I do, with the leaf facing forwards from you. Put the part with 2 sections facing behind you. Now you can take this handy tool you got and close around the top of the stem with it. Now take a little bit of lube on your brush for the next part and follow my instructions closely. Next, what you're going to do is take this stem, deposit about half of your lube on your brush on one side. Then take the other half and deposit it on the other side, as shown. Now you're going to take a few stabs at the front and back. Now you can rotate back to one of the sides and spread the lube evenly across the entire surface. Make sure that you shouldn't see any white from the lube, but you can see a slight gleam when you hold it under light. You can rotate over to the back now and spread evenly across, and then rotate over to the other side and make sure not to be able to see any of the white, just the gleam. Now flip over to the flat side and you can lube the entire flat part there. There are 2 feet on the front, and you can lube there depending on what kind of switch you have. If you have tactiles, consider the payoff between tactility and the smoothness of lubing it. On the other hand, if you have linears, definitely lube them because it'll give you a smoother typing experience. Now you can lube on the sides of the inside and go around the pole several times because it's all places of friction where it can occur. However, make sure that you are doing this with just the leftovers from what's left from your brush. Now you can take the stem that you just lubed and drop it into the spring there. Make sure that you align the feet with the stems. It should look something like this. Now we're going to put the top housing back onto the switch. Make sure it is aligned the right way, and this is just kind of by judgment. Congratulations, you've lubed your first switch. Thank you all so much for watching my video. I really hope you did enjoy this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.